Now this is what the force on B. In this magnetic field, we are keeping another current carrying conductor. Now this another current carrying conductor B experiences force. We can write force BIL. Here B is equal to BA. Now you take this conductor B. Now this the conductor B alone take like this. Now in this conductor current is what? IB. Now what happens when current is passing through this conductor? Around this conductor again there will be some magnetic field. So how can we write this magnetic field according to Ampere's law? This is the magnetic field due to the conductor B. Mu naught by 2 pi IB by tau. Now what is this? Here existing magnetic field. The magnetic field produced by the conductor B. So mu naught by 2 pi IB by R. Now in this magnetic field, now you brought this conductor A. You bring the conductor A and keep place nearby B. Now what happened? Now the conductor A is in this magnetic field. Now A experience force. Now we can write F on A. F on A due to B. FAB. Formula BIL. So FAB is equal. B is equal to what? BB. BB means magnetic field produced by the conductor B. Now this is the force on A. So we take the current in A. I is equal to what? IA. Now FAB is equal BB value mu naught by 2 pi IB. Now you take instead of R D. The distance is how much? Now this is BB value. Instead of BB, now IA. So this is the force on A. So this force is acting in this direction. FAB. And if you keep these two conductors nearby, like this, side by side, carrying conductors are placed side by side, parallel to each other. Now what happened? Every conductor influences other conductor. Every conductor experiences some force on other conductor. Here A experiences some force on B. So B is also experiencing some force on A. Like this. This is FBA. The force on B due to A. This is FAB. The force on A due to B. So now we can add this concept is called the force between two straight parallel current carrying conductors. So instead of these two, now we can write like this. The force between two straight parallel current carrying conductors. The force between two straight like this. F is equal mu naught by 2 pi I1 IA IB So what is this? The force between two straight. There are two current carrying conductors are there. Both are side by side. Both are parallel to each other. Then the force between them we can write like this. The force on charge. The force on current carrying conductor. the force between two straight current parallel conductors. Here, when current is flowing in the same direction, in both conductors, current is in the same direction. That means parallel. If the flow of current is parallel to each other, then the force between them is attraction. Current flowing in the same direction. Force is attraction. Suppose if the current is flowing in opposite direction, anti-parallel, the current flowing in the opposite direction, the force is repulsive. Then if the current is flowing in the same direction, why the force is attraction? Because these two forces are acting inwards. That is why it is attraction. Here, the two forces are acting in the outwards. That is why here the force is repulsive. If the current is in the same direction, the force is attraction. If the current is opposite direction, the force is repulsive. Just these two statements, if you compare with the love and hate theory in electrostatics, you people studied Coulomb inverse square law. According to love and hate theory, the similar charges are repels. The opposite charges are attracts. If you compare like this, similar charges repels. Here, opposite charges attracts. Just the complete opposite for Coulomb inverse square law. If you take similar charges, they may be repelled. But here, in two words, if the current is in the same direction, the force becomes attraction. If the current in two conductors in opposite direction, the force becomes repulsive. But here opposite charges attracts, but opposite current repulsive. If the similar charges repulse, but similar direction, if the current is similar, it will be attraction force. But the force between two straight parallel conductors, complete opposite with the electric charges, the force between electric charges. Now, I2. Your both current, the current I1, the current I2, both are flowing toward the junction. Then the force between them is attraction. For example, I1 is flowing toward the junction. I2 is moving away from the junction. Now here I1 is flowing toward the junction, whereas I2 is moving away from the junction. Now what happened? The force between them is repulsive because of attraction means if they are inwards. Repulsive means both forces are acting in the outwards. Now we can write the same equation for our convenience. Instead of AB, you write like this. F is equal mu naught by 2 pi I1 I2 by the force between two straight current carrying conductors. I1 it is current. L is equal length of the conductor. D is equal to separation. On the basis of this equation, now we can define ampere. Ampere is a fundamental physical quantity. You people studied in first year. Fundamental physical quantity. Ampere definition means how much amount of current is said to be called 1 ampere. And you know very well the unit of the length is meter. If I ask you how much length is called 1 meter, then you can easily demonstrate. You can easily show like this. This much of length is called 1 meter. Why? Because length is visible. Then we can show like this. This much of length is called 1 meter. But whereas current is not visible. But how can we express? If I ask you how much amount of current is called 1 ampere? Why? Because current is not visible. So we are going to define. So like this. By using this equation. You people studied so many quantities. Force. What is the unit of force? Newton. How much amount of force is called 1 Newton? If you want to define Newton, we are using F is equal to MA. If you take mass 1 kilogram, A 1 meter per second square, then F becomes 1 Newton. In 1 kilogram, Newton is defined as the force to produce 1 meter per second square acceleration in 1 kilogram mass of the body. How can we define force when it is not visible like this? To produce 1 meter per second square acceleration in 1 kilogram mass of the body. How much force is required? That force, nothing but we call 1 Newton. Now, ampere. How much amount of electric current is equal to 1 ampere? If you want to know, you go for definition. Ampere definition. Now you bring L, the force per unit length. Now we take the force per unit length. Now it becomes what? F by L. Mu 0 by 4 pi. 2 pi. I1, I2. According to this equation, if you want to define ampere, so this equation is important. So without using this equation, you never should dare to write definition. Now here I1, I2 is there. You take I1. What do you mean by I1 is equal to I2 means? So there are two straight parallel conductors. In each of them, same current is passing. That is 1. And D is equal to 1 meter. I1, I2, 1, D is equal to 1. Then F by L becomes what? Mu naught by 2 pi. Mu naught value 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. So 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Therefore, F by L becomes 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter. Now by using these three values, now we can define ampere. According to this equation, when the same current is passing through parallel current carrying conductors. What is this? When the same current passing through parallel current carrying conductors placed in vacuum separated by 1 meter distance. If 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter forces takes place for unit distance, then the current in each conductor is said to be called 1 ampere. Now, if you saw this equation, when the same current is passing through two parallel conductors placed in vacuum separated by 1 meter distance, then 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter force is experienced per unit length. Then what? Then the current in each conductor is said to be called 1 ampere. So like this, we can define ampere definition. The force between two parallel conductors. Now we take a coil. Now we take a current carrying coil. When we keep a current carrying coil in a magnetic field, what will happen? It may experience torque. Torque on current carrying coil. Torque on current carrying coil. Such a beautiful word, torque. Do you remember what is torque? This is the direction of magnetic field. In this magnetic field, let us consider a coil. Let us consider a coil. Half length L, breadth B. You take small l. Length of the coil L, breadth of the coil B. The current in the coil I. Now the coil is placed in this uniform magnetic field like this. Let us say A, B, C, D. Here the two ends are connected to the battery. Now what I mean? The current is flowing like this. Like this. When current is flowing through this coil, then what I mean? Here the coil has AB, CD is a coil. No. Here AB and the CD are called the vertical sides of the coil. Whereas BC and AD are horizontal sides. If we saw this figure, we notice that the current in the horizontal sides. Here, the current in the BC side, which is parallel to the magnetic field. When current carrying conductor is parallel to the magnetic field, it does not experience any force. So that is why in this coil, the two horizontal sides of the coil does not experience any force. Only the two vertical sides of the coil may experience force. You see, AB and CD. Here the direction of flow of current is opposite in these two sides. The force acting on them is also opposite. On the AB, the direction of force is like this. On CD, the direction of force is inwards. If you take a coil in the magnetic field, on one vertical side, the direction of force is perpendicular to the plane of the figure towards yours. On another side, the direction of force is perpendicular but into the board like this. These two forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. The line of action is also, they are acting on two different sides, on two different points. Now what happened? Now these two vertical sides experience the force. Now these two forces equal in magnitude and opposite direction. So no force is acting on it, but it may experience torque. As a result, the coil will rotate in the magnetic field. What is torque? Do you remember? The torque is nothing but the turning effect. If we want to produce the turning effect, we require torque, not force. If we want to produce turning effects, not only force, we want, along with force, we want something. For example, If you take door, no. If you want to push or pull the door, so what can we do? So we must apply the force the other side of the fixed point. Here are hinges, but we must apply the force here, not here. By applying force here, we can't push or can't pull it. Then what happened? Here the turning effect takes place. And to produce turning effect, along with force, we may also require this distance. This is called perpendicular distance. Here what will happen? The force is acting at one point. The force is applied at one point. But the line of action of force is at other point. The distance between these 2 points are called perpendicular distance. So to produce turning effect, along with force, you may also want turning this perpendicular distance. That is why the product of these 2 called turning effect. Torque. What do you call it? Torque. So to produce turning effect, if you take a crowbar, here is heavy stone is there. If you want to lift this heavy stone, only by applying force we cannot lift it. We are using a crowbar. So when we are using a crowbar, a force is applied at this point. So this is the line of action of force. The distance between these 2 points is called perpendicular distance. So the product of force in the perpendicular distance is called torque. But here, our current carrying coil experience 2 equal forces, equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Hence, they exert some torque on the coil. As a result, the coil would rotate in the magnetic field in the anti-clockwise direction. This is the simple case. Here the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field. When the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field, now we can write the torque. Torque on the coil. Force into perpendicular distance. Here 2 forces. This is F1. Force is equal to what? BAL. No, this is when the coil is rotating. This is its axis. So this is the distance between these 2 called perpendicular distance. So this is width. This is length of the coil L. This is width. So we take B by 2, B by 2. This is the force on AB vertical side of the coil. Again you take on CD vertical, BAL. So we take perpendicular distance. This is the line of action of force. This is the axis. On the base, through this axis, the coil would rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So now, if you take BAL common, B by 2 plus B. Now L into B is equal to area of the coil. Then we can write BA into A. So A is equal to area of the coil. L into B. If we take number of turns, BA then is equal to number of turns in the coil. If the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field, this is the maximum torque. Torque is equal to BI/An. I is equal to current in the coil, A is equal to area of the coil, N is equal to number of turns in the coil. Now we can add, this is magnetic dipole moment. We may also write torque is equal magnetic dipole moment. So this is the maximum torque on current carrying coil when the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field. For example, when the plane of the coil is making some angle with the direction of magnetic field. When plane of the coil is making some angle with the direction of magnetic field, we take the angle between magnetic field and the perpendicular to the plane of the coil. Like this. The coil is rotating like this. Now this is, if it is rotating like this. Now what happened? The plane of the coil is making some angle with the magnetic field. Now you take the angle between magnetic field and the perpendicular to the plane of the coil is theta. The angle when plane of the coil making some angle with B. Now what happened? The torque reduced. This is the maximum torque BAN. Now torque reduces. Now we can write torque BAN sin theta. BAN sin theta. No, based on this equation, there is one measuring device, moving can galvanometer, on the basis of this formula. So, moving can galvanometer will be what's measuring devices. In next class, we will discuss about measuring devices. So, before going, now we write those all the list of formulas, the force on a charge. BQV. Next, force on a current carrying conductor. BAN sin theta. F max BIL. Now, in both cases, when it is perpendicular, the direction of velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field, it may express maximum force. Here also, the conductor is perpendicular, maximum force. Now, force between two parallel current carrying conductors. F is equal mu naught by 2 pi I1 I2 by. If you want force per unit length, now the torque on a current carrying coil, the maximum torque BIAN, or torque is equal BIAN sin theta. Okay, right, thank you. The next class, measuring devices and their techniques.